Welcome everybody to SHIFTology Live. This is the place where positively unstoppable intuitive entrepreneurs gain even more insights to help them move forward in business and in life. I'm your host, Terry Wildemann, and I just love bringing dynamic, intuitive people into your world to help you get even more insights, as I said earlier, in specific areas that entrepreneurs sometimes get stuck in. Today, I have a dynamic speaker. I have a dynamic shift maestros who happens to be part of my team and is delivering a phenomenal course next week. So I just had to have her on as soon as possible to let you know about some of the amazing stuff that she's doing in the area of sales. So, Coach Lois Koffi, I'd like to ask you to please introduce yourself to the Shiftology Live audience.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me on. And I know it was short notice, sort of impromptu. So I first of all want to say thank you for the opportunity. And yeah, I'm a sales trainer and a podcaster. I met you at the virtual summit where we're coming together to joint venture and help each other in this new normal, right? Because a year ago, we were sort of in quote unquote the old normal.
Yep.
And I know for me, I pivoted. And I didn't know what I was doing. I was like spending thousands of dollars every month trying to build the funnels, hiring copywriters, trying to get the landing pages, the lead magnets, the campaigns, and all of the things. And for 3 months, I didn't make any money.
Ooh, ouch.
However, then maybe it was my intuition, because I know you're an expert on that. Something tapped me on the shoulder and said, Lois, it doesn't have to be this hard. It doesn't have to take this much time. It doesn't have to cost this much money. Hello. And so I went back and reflected, and I pivoted to permission-based marketing, not the buy from me, not the cold emails, not the stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And didn't spend the money and just went into organic lead generation sales style in this new normal, and was able to get to 5 figures a month less than 3 months later.
Wow.
And I became so passionate about it that, and talking to other coaches and holistic healers and podcasters, authors, speakers, they all have this amazing, beautiful light to share with the world, and this amazing voice and these amazing skills, right? They're experts, but they weren't ready to pivot either. And so, I really wanted to give a free course next week, and it's 5 hours, 1 hour, roughly give or take, over 5 days to help them do what I did. And we're going to generate 100 leads with permission-based marketing, and I'm going to help them have a plan to walk away with on how to convert those leads and get to 5 figures a month, and even 4 figures a month if they're not there yet, much sooner, because it's my passion and why you and I connect so well, to help heal the sales community, to help bring light and hope and a future to a lot of people out there who are hurting and struggling right now, and who deserve to connect with these speakers, healers, coaches, authors, so that they can live their best life and have a better year in 2021 than they might have in 2020.
Lois, I love your passion in helping coaches, speakers, authors, healers, because traditionally, what I know from my experience, having been in business and an entrepreneur for a very long time, and those are some of the areas that I am in also, the sales part can be confusing. Old-time sales does not work anymore. The hit over the head stuff doesn't work anymore. People don't like to be sold to anymore. I don't know about you. I get really tired when I connect with somebody on LinkedIn or Facebook or whatever, and bam, they're hitting me over the head with stuff. Are you going to be talking about that kind of thing in your plan?
Yeah, I have my own 4-step proven formula, and woven into that is the how to navigate the World Wide Web, because that's where everybody is, right? Because we can't do the face-to-face, belly-to-belly. So how to do that authentically, how to do that in a non-spammy, like you said, hit them over the head kind of way. And I joke, and you and I have talked about this before, I actually enjoy now getting those messages, because those can be my clients. I'll be like, how is that working for you? Because it's not, and so, yeah, we'll for sure cover that.
Well, I'm so excited about this because I'm going to be part of your program next week. I'm signed up for it. And the reason is because, first of all, Lois is teaching at Intuitive Leadership University. As I said, she's one of the shift maestros for the mastermind. And who am I to be promoting somebody if I haven't taken their work, if I can't see what they're doing, so that I can help promote them and guarantee my own students are getting what we talk about? And you've already presented, you've already been working with my students, you've already been sharing. And what I know that what you teach is absolute gold. So I'm going to put up on the, and it's already in the chat, I'm going to put up the banner to where, there we go, 5-day secret training with Coach Lois, lead generation and sales mastery. And it's so important in today's day and age for us to truly be able to sell with mastery. And I don't know about you, Lois, but what I do know is selling with mastery means selling from the heart, being genuine and in integrity. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, no, that's so true. And, there's a balance in there somewhere, because the one thing I will say, and this is my own experience with coaches and healers, we'll go with those two for sure. They are afraid to ask for the sale, right? They just want to help people, right? And sometimes the money scarcity is somewhere deep down inside, right?
Yes.
And so, yes, sell from a heart-centered place, authentic, transparent. And oh, by the way, if they don't hire you, they're going to probably get, twisted arm by some other schmuck down the road that they meet. And so you're doing them a massive disservice by not also asking for the sale. So there's an authentic, heart-centered way to lead them through that process. Fortune's in the follow-up, right? Most people don't follow up after the second touch, right? So since 80% of the sales happen on the 5th to 12th touch, you definitely want to have a heart-centered sales process. And if they don't buy, no big deal. You, in a perfect world, because you've given value, stayed in touch, and then they say, I'm just not ready yet, Terry. It's just not the right time for me. Then you'll say, hey, can I be your guy or gal, expert, guru, whatever, in my profession that you might refer me to? And that's actually where you end up making more money. It's not about that initial one-off sale. It's about building that tribe, that following, that community, whatever you want to call it, that falls in love with you. How to Win Friends and Influence People, right?
Yep.
Dale Carnegie, old school. It still applies. So I'm always looking for a customer or a raving fan who will refer me just like that, because I stayed in touch. I stayed top of mind, and they really respected, instead of me going, come on, buy, whatever. That's not how it's done. They'll just be like, I got to refer everyone to you. And that's what I want to help people also have a paradigm shift around, because I think a lot of people, especially in the coaching and healing space, they just want to help, right? But they gotta go the extra mile, and that takes a little bit of effort. And I'm gonna teach how, in just 15 minutes a day with permission-based selling, they can do that in a non-intrusive, non-scary, but loving way.
That is so very cool, because a lot of folks hear the word sales and they do a tailspin backwards. That's like, no. I don't want anything to do with sales. I am not a salesperson. But in fact, from the moment you wake up, you're selling. You're selling to your husband. You're selling to your kids. You're selling to your significant other. You're selling to your friends. You're constantly selling. It's just, you just don't think of it that way. And when we shift our perceptions, SHIFTology, imagine that. When we shift our perceptions about that, we end up going to that place where we can just be ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Right? And that's a beautiful thing. And it's 100%. I think, I don't want to, sound, offensive to anyone here, because some people may heavily disagree with me, but I think the universe brought the pandemic to us to wake up and not just be in that cycle of sales and, just pushing and being automatic autopilot. It had forced me to slow down and really study my process, and knowing that this is a big one for me, because as you know, actually it was a year ago today, my brother died. And I got these messages, in the couple weeks following from people who were like, push, 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 push. You never know what's going on in the person's life that you're messaging. And so in this new world, you got to be having empathy, right? That's a big, big world, and meeting people where they're at instead of assuming the sale, because it's always been kind of slimy and gross. In fact, they had a Super Bowl commercial. I don't know if you saw it. I laughed my butt off. They had a used car salesman. I was so enthralled with the concept. I can't even remember if it was Doritos or what it was, but it was a used car salesman it was the car company. Don't remember what it is, but they deliver cars to your door instead of you having to go to the lot. And it was this guy who was tied up in a chair, and the used car sales guy, and they picked a really, slimy looking one, right? He had the jumpstart cables. He's like, so what car do you want? And so that's kind of what happens now in this social media world when people are freaking out, probably from scarcity, fear. Everyone's had something, I think, that hit them emotionally, mentally, financially last year, or even, health-wise, right? And so then they go into fight or flight mode and they just send a bunch of messages, and they forget that there's a human heartbeat on the other side.
That's right.
That might be going through some stuff.
Absolutely. Yes.
So I want to talk about that too.
Right. I'm so glad. And you're going to be talking about that in the 5-day event, correct? Okay. So what's the cost of attending this 5-day secret training with Coach Lois?
Thanks for asking. So what I decided to do, because as you know, I've had other courses focused on list building, and building email lists and stuff like that. And I recognize that's not for everyone. And so I was talking to my coach and I said, you know what? I want to create a new course. And I want to do a beta test, and I want to give it away for free. And I'm going to do a survey on the back end. I'm going to do a survey, on the front end, and then a survey on the back end, and get feedback from you guys.
Nice.
And then I am going to charge hundreds of dollars for the post-production course. It'll be evergreen. But since I've never done it before, and I'm very open to feedback and what they wanted more of, what they wanted less of, what really resonated with them. That's what I'm doing. So it's free. It's a $500 value. So you wanna get started, you can sign up. Terry has the link, and the cool thing is what I decided to do is I'm gonna release one episode a day, Monday through Friday next week, February 15th through the 19th. However, I have a secret. I'm not going to tell the secret because then they might, figure it out. But I have a secret pre-release starting Saturday. You have to sign up in order to get the information. If you sign up before Saturday, you'll get the early raw live footage in another way. I'm going to pre-release it before I get it out there Monday through Friday. Then on Monday through Friday, I'll leave that on. It's going to be basically emailed to people every day. And there's another way for them to access it online. But I don't want to give away all the secrets, Terry, so they have to sign up.
Excellent. So free, guys, free. Okay, free sales training with this amazing, amazing woman. And I know she's amazing because she's one of my shift maestros. I only select the best to teach my school. So what I know about Lois is this course, this 5-day event, she is very tuned in, tapped in, turned on spiritually. So for my guys, they all know, my students, it's all about integrating the practical, tactical, logical with the emotional, the energetic, the spiritual, and the intuitive. So, is That is what you are going to be doing next week. You're going to be integrating all of it specific to the topic of sales. And sales are important for leadership. Sales are important for customer service. Sales are important for entrepreneurs, authors, speakers, whoever it is. Sales are important in relationships. So when we learn these tools and techniques, we are going to, and this is the card that came up. I pulled a little card out. It says, give your life new meaning. And I do believe it's going to give your life new meaning, because the more we learn about how to better ourselves, the better our lives and our businesses become. What do you think about that, Lois?
I love that. And it's kind of cool that this week happens to be Valentine's Day. So when you think about sales, one of the things that and you and I both love the woo-woo, right? There's not many sales trainers out there, and I'm not tooting my own horn here. It's just a factual experience for me. There's not too many spiritual sales focused people out there. Like you said, there are the tactics, and absolutely, I'm going to talk strategy, and I'm going to give you homework to go out and say, hey, get these 100 leads in over 5 days, and let's work on a plan to close them, right? But it's really about loving yourself. So you can say, I'm loving myself by signing up for this course. It can be your Valentine's Day gift to you. You will become, the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. I can't, make any claims, that this will change your life. Only you can change your life, and you got to go through the course to get there. But by doing this, it's a sign of love for yourself. It'll change you to the point where you'll see even relationships with your spouse, your partner, your business partners differently. And then that's when you show up at a higher vibration and you're more authentic with your clients. I am going to be talking about the 80-20 rule, and just, I don't like the word time management, but that hits the brain more often, because a lot of salespeople, they don't realize it. They go in a scarcity mode, and I've done it. And then I have to catch myself, where they just overcommit and say, yes, 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 do too much. And then their vibration starts lowering because their energy is going away. And that I don't want for salespeople either, because then you can't show up in life with everyone that you care about. So that would be my final thought to you as we, start to close it out here. That this is kind of like you saying, I love you to yourself, because if you focus on yourself and fill your cup up first, everybody in your life is going to notice a difference and feel that vibrational shift. And the clients, because this is what's happened to me, again, part of my story. I went from forcing all the funnels and all the money and the copywriting and all of the stuff, right, which wasn't authentic for me, and pivoted to permission-based marketing, selling, really connecting with people, raising my vibration, coming from a loving place. And that is why I believe, the universe rewarded me so quickly to the 5 figures a month, was because people felt that. They feel that energy, even across the Zoom, even across.
And that's all about law of attraction. All about law of attraction. Well, I want to thank you so much for being here today, Lois, because I think I know for a fact that what you shared with us is so beneficial for the folks who are entrepreneurs and really want to get a handle on the sales topic. So, folks, down below, you see the link. It's free. You can't get less expensive than that. It's free. And we're also helping this dynamic woman to improve her program with the surveys we'll be taking in the beginning and at the end, because we deserve to have this kind of education. We deserve to be able to make those 5, 6, 7, 8 figures a month. Sometimes, hey, even more. Why not? And the fact that law of attraction is in there, heart is in there, practical, tactical, logical stuff is in there. It's all in there. So let's do this. Coach Lois, thank you so much for being here. And to my SHIFTology Live audience, we will see you next time with another dynamic person that is going to bring a lot of insights to you to amplify your wealth, health, business, and life. This is Terry Wildemann, Coach Lois. Talk to you later.
Bye.